You're listening to Force Fed Digital. BX you heard.
Ni hao, Huan Ying. Hello and welcome to The Art of Bounce, a collaboration between Force Fed Digital and TURN, the United Ronin Networks. My name is Ralph Anthony Garcia, also known as R4. On this edition of Bounce, we're gonna go right in, pause, and do some revisiting at the happy place. Only tonight, I don't know about happy. It's 2024. On one of my not so frequent gigs I already told you about before. Let's get to it. Let's go to Brooklyn and let's listen in. So we're back at the happy place. Only today, it ain't the happy place. Because from the looks of the line coming in, right? The line behind the velvet ropes, behind the barricades that we had set up. That line was going around the corner on Manhattan Avenue, down the block, close to Nassau. That's how I knew today was not going to be a regular night. Tonight, a lot of people make their way inside the happy place. But today, I'm going to call the happy place the sinful place. Now, as I told everybody on the line to introduce their IDs to my partner, and when I saw that line was getting huger by the moment, I'm like, you know what? Let me go inside and inspect, make sure that we're safe. So I go automatically. I tell my boys, yo, I'm doing my thing, because, you know, as usual, whenever I'm there, I'm the floater. And as I'm floating, I begin to go up the stairs. I say hello to the people that's taking the money, taking the tickets, cold check. You know, I say what's up to them. I get up the stairs, nice and slow. The music is already beginning, thumping, techno, doof, 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 doof. I knew that was the sound I was going to hear all night long. So, as I'm climbing the stairs with each step, strategically taking my slow ass time, okay, up the stairs one by one. I get to the top of the stairs. I start to inspect. I go right for the fire extinguisher, make sure it worked. Yep, fresh ticket. And as fresh as the ticket is, the date is all legit. It means I don't have to deal with it. Okay, I could keep moving. And then I'm walking to where the bathrooms are, right? And that's when I face the bar to my right. I say hello to the bartenders and make my way through where the bathrooms are. Now, these bathrooms are unisex. So I go inside the first bathroom and I can already see the stalls are occupied by multiple people. So, like the cop that I am, I knock on each door. Excuse me. We should not have more than one person in each stall. I need y'all to leave that stall right now. Oh, no, leave the stall right now. If I catch more than 2 people inside the stall, you will be escorted out of here. Don't make my job hard. 1 person per stall, please. And that's the way I had to keep it moving, because you let these kids take advantage. That's exactly what they'll do, right? So I go in the next bathroom, and folks heard me coming in. The folks inside the bathroom was telling the people that were inside those stalls to get the out of there before I stepped inside that bathroom, which is exactly what they did. I saw 2, 3, 4 people coming out of one stall. So I says to them, look, don't get caught coming out of my stalls like that. It will be 1 person per stall. Do you all understand? If you do not respect this rule, then leave my club now.
Okay, we're sorry.
Yeah, don't be sorry. Be fucking careful. So as I left the bathroom, saying what up to the other bartenders I didn't see, I walk around the bar. Now, mind you, as I explained last time, that this bar has this protruding thing about itself, right? It just goes all the way around. And I'm walking from one side of the bar to the exact other side of the bar to where the opening of the sad place is, right? Now, I didn't go in there yet, but what I did do was go through the back exit way where the office is and where the exit is and where the entrance to the bar is, right? I go in that room, in that area, in that threshold, and I walked by the office. Actually, I looked inside the office and I saw my guys in there, said what's up to them, and stepped out and went into the entrance to where the inside of the bar is. I said what's up to my people there. And then I kept it moving. Then step outside one other door. I go outside that door to the staircase that leads you downstairs to the outside and upstairs to the roof. I go upstairs to the roof. I make sure no one's up there, because there was a time or two where I would have to go to the roof and snatch some stupid sniffing cocaine or whatever the fuck he was doing up there, right? So I made sure that was clear, and it was, but not for long, of course. This kind of crowd, you had to watch these little fucking dickheads. You could tell they're a bunch of trust fund babies, you know what I'm saying? Moving from Indiana, Kansas, Alabama, coming to New York, gentrifying our fucking shit. These little kids, these little assholes, and how do I know? Because I was out there earlier in the night checking their IDs, and this is all you see. Vermont, Kansas, West Virginia, North Carolina, Colorado, California. Where are the New York IDs? It wasn't that kind of crowd. New York wasn't coming out. At least it wasn't in droves, because this line of fucking trust fund babies, none of them are originally from New York. None of them. I mean, according to my partners checking IDs, they only say out of 800 people they clocked, only 5-6 of them were from New York originally. Makes sense to me. All these kids look fucking foreign. Not to denigrate against them for that, but I'm just saying, none of them are pure New Yorkers at all. And some of their attitudes, you could just tell. I go downstairs again, all the way back outside. I see the line was getting mad thick. I see people were grouping up in the area where they weren't supposed to be, because my partners outside were busy doing their jobs, that they couldn't just stop what they were doing to tell these people to move. So there I was. Hey, folks, could you kindly please clear this area? Do not block the sidewalks, please. Yes, folks, you folks smoking, could you kindly take your cigarettes up the block? Thank you. Yes, I don't want to smell your secondhand smoke. I am a chronic asthmatic. I don't need to smell your secondhand smoke. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Could y'all clear this area, please? Thank you. Thank you. All right, folks, if y'all want to get on the line, this is the way to get on.
Oh, but the line is long.
Oh, well, walk all the way to the back of the line.
But it's all the way to Nassau.
And what do you want me to do?
I'll pay you.
You can't afford what I want to get you off this line, so get online. And sure enough, there would be that one or two that would say, hey, get us off the line, huh? We'll make it worth your while. So I asked one of my partners, Getting back inside the club, oh my God, it's already crowded to the point where you can't even walk through the dance floor. But as a floater, I gotta make my way somehow, some way through that. So there I am, busy bumping through people, squeezing by, folks dancing. Here I am trying to pick up a step or two to make sure I don't bump into them, or make sure I dance along with them so that I don't around and trip. So I kept that moving. Went to the DJ, made sure his area was okay, that nobody was going in and out that area and acting stupid. And I go to where the seats are. What would usually be the VIP, it's not really a VIP though, but it's set up to where there's this area that if you would have cordoned it off with a velvet rope, it would have easily been a VIP area, because there's nothing but seats and tables where you could put your buckets of drinks or whatever. But this is not being used as a VIP. It never really is used as a VIP exclusively. I don't know why that is, but that's where people, if they decide to want to go sit down, go ahead and sit down. And folks have this problem of leaving their coats wherever they want to in that area. It does get annoying after a while when I gotta pick up somebody's coat to get it out of my way as I'm walking through flowing. Then you gotta watch the floor. And what I mean by watching the floor, I mean making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do on that dance floor. You know, making sure nobody's wrestling or horseplaying or touching the damn crystal ball, which a lot of folks love to do. Every time I catch somebody doing that, I have to pleasantly remind them to not touch that thing. Because if you get caught touching that thing again, you're going to be asked to leave. I got to be that bully because these kinds of kids look like they need that, you know. Like, they haven't had that too much in their life growing up. Bunch of trust fund babies. So, here I am. I'm moving. I'm watching the floor. And I'm seeing the busboy cleaning up everything he sees on the floor. You know, he's real quick with it. However, I saw that he left something on the floor. So I goes to pick it up. And I look at it. And it's weird looking. It's inside this little colorful pouch. And I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it, and I've never seen nothing like it before. As I continuously look at it, I'm seeing that it's pink. I'm touching the texture of it outside the bag, and it's really rocky-like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at its contents inside the bag, and it's all pink. You know, usually when I find drugs and things like that, I just toss them inside the fucking wastebasket. I mean, what the fuck am I gonna do with it? I don't use cocaine anymore, and I'm looking at this pink thing, and it's looking like pink cocaine, you know what I'm saying? All right, I toss that in the sack, and I keep on watching the floor. Everything's fine, but the crowd's starting to get a little rowdy. You knew it would because it was too packed a house. It started at 800, then it started to go as high as 1100. And I'm like, okay, this is where we're going. So, as a floater inside the building, you know, I made sure all of my partners were good. If they needed to go to the bathroom, I took care of that. My people's outside, the same. But inside, you just knew you had to prepare what was coming. And sure enough, a woman comes to me talking about,
"Hey, can you help me?
And I'm like, what happened, dear?
This guy right here doesn't know the meaning of no."
So I steps to the guy. You're harassing the women, bro?
I just wanted them to dance with me.
I'm like, where you from?
He goes, I'm from Belarus.
Belarus. Well, here in United States of America, we're not very friendly to the females as we are in Belarus. So don't touch the females. Don't offer them any drinks. It's going to get weird. And if I have to talk to you again, then I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Okay, I'm sorry, my friend.
Okay. So yeah, he was sorry for right then. Then, later on, another girl comes to me saying,
"Yeah, there's this guy that I'm trying to be nice and, you know, he's really touchy-feely."
I'm like, where is he? She points to the guy, and it's the same guy. So I goes to the guy and I says to him, look, man, I talked to you before. I told you if I talk to you again, then that's it. He takes a swing at me. I didn't see it coming, but I ducked just in time for him to just swing. Whew. I made it my business to grab him by the collar. I grabbed him by the collar like this, right? And I threw him down the stairs. My partners were looking up at me like, what happened? 86. He likes to touch women. Oh, so they picked him up, threw him through the door. Yeah, threw him right through the door. I'm like, wow, bro, like, this is what I get for being nice, because I was nice. I didn't approach him on some funny shit. I just told him, listen, here in America, we don't play like that. Apparently, those folks in Belarus like to fight, because this dude really tried to swing on me. Fine. As I go look on the floor, making sure there's not any debris or any spillages and ish. And I saw some broken glass, so I tell the busboy to go handle it, and he already saw it before I even did, so he was on it right quick. But then I saw next to that a bag of white powder, so I picked that up. I'm like, damn, bro, these kids in here really like to do drugs. And I look at the bag. It's a glassine bag, and I saw that there was white powder in it, but it wasn't crackly or rocky or nothing. So upon feeling the texture of it, I kind of knew it wasn't cocaine because I kind of got a good gist. It wasn't cocaine. And from the looks of it, being that it was just straight powder, it wasn't rocky or nothing, I knew it had to be ketamine, animal tranquilizer. I take that bag and just dump the contents into the trash bag. And I'm seeing everybody dancing in the sad place. It's crowded in there and they bumping into each other dancing. It was crazy. And as I'm walking through the vestibule to where it leads you to the happy place, I see kids sitting down there. But as I look in, I'm seeing kids withdraw real quick, like, no. And I'm looking at them like, what do you have in your hand there, sir? I mean, he was caught. Whatever the fuck he was trying to hide, there was no way he was going to hide from me. Looking susceptible and all that. You're looking crazy. Open your hand. He opens his hand, and sure enough, he had a whole bag, a big one. It had to be an 8 balls worth of cocaine. I'm like, okay, brother, I'm going to let you keep that, okay? But what you're going to do is put that in your pocket and walk with me. So, yeah, his friend's sitting there looking all sad and wondering what the hell I'm about to do. If you guys don't want to leave too, I suggest you shut the fuck up and sit right down. Okay? They ain't hesitate. They were real quick to sit their asses down and shut the fuck up. I take their man, I escort him through the backside, through the exit. My man, you got to go, okay? Walk this way. Hey, listen, man, don't play with me. Get the fuck down the stairs. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers love to lie and shit, bro. Get the fuck downstairs. So, he's walking down the stairs. But please. Go ahead, ask me again. Admittedly, I was sort of on bully mode, but these fucking kids, they love to insist. No, do not insist to me. You're 86th. Get the fuck out. Finally walks to the door. I follow closely behind him. This kid is 86th. This kid's, bruh, don't let this kid back in. All I'm saying. And yeah, sure. Didn't see him again. I go back up the stairs, go back inside the club, and I gotta tell you, that techno kept going doof, 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 doof. It was maddening, but nothing wild was happening yet. Till somebody screams on the radio, right? I'm holding on to my walkie-talkie, and people are like, yo, we need assistance at the DJ booth. We need assistance at the DJ booth. Okay. Sure enough, the DJ booth, there was some whore harassing a woman, and she smacked the dog shit out of him. So what he tried to do was hit her back, but one of my guys got there just in time to stop his ass. Yeah, when he saw that he was about to swing on the girl, my partner went and punched him in his face. Poof! His face exploded. Blood all over. And a couple of my guys were there to grab the guy, and there I was as the floater moving people out of the way. All right, folks, get the hell out of the way. Move! Move! Let's go! Move! You know. And yeah, folks got out the way fast. People were getting out the way like there was a riot going on, which there was. I mean, we was dragging this fucking guy. Man, we were careful not to throw him down the stairs. So we was just pulling him. There was 4 of them on the guy. So 2 guys behind him, 2 guys in front of him, dragging him down the stairs. And there I was leading the way to make sure people were getting the fuck out of the way to get this guy out. Oh, man. Apparently, he did not like the disrespect he felt when he was getting tossed out. So one of the guys, one of my partners was like, go ahead, you do something about it then. Because one thing I don't like is when a motherfucker harasses girls. So go ahead, do something. Do something about it. So dude smacked my partner. Okay, you got that, my partner said. It's my turn now. Because we wasn't letting them leave after that. Oh, you smacked our partner? We automatically surrounded. My partner? My man tuned it up too. Ping! Yo, my man wound up and smacked the blood out of him. I mean, he was already bleeding. You know, what's wild is that he was so gangster as to think he was coming back in. Bruh, he's all bloodied up and smacking my partner. My partner only smacked him so hard that he ended up coughing blood now. Like, oh, here we go. We may have to put this guy in the ambulance. But no, I don't know what happened. I went back upstairs, finished out the night because, man, I promise you, there were plenty more shit happening. Like, girls were reporting their purses missing. I'm like, damn it. There was a lot of chaos at the happy place that turned into the sinful place. The sinful place simply because there was just way too much going on. People, even though I told people it's got to be just one person in each stall, every time I would check those stalls, there will always be somebody else other than the one person inside the fucking stalls. And it got to the point where I just said, fuck it, let me just go. It was too crowded. It was too messy. The bartenders were stressed out, even though they were making money, but they were stressed. You could see it. I see my other partners, they were cool, but they were there watching the floor. I'm there floating, watching them, making sure they were okay. And then I said, you know what? All this doom, all this crazy music going on and on and on and on. I said, fuck it. I went through the back. I went through the back door. I went up the stairs. I went to the roof and I rolled me a blunt. It was about 3 o'clock, coming close to 3:30. And the kids are starting to leave. I'm seeing this from the top, from the roof. I'm seeing the activity going on outside the club. Not much of a line anymore. In fact, there was no line. There were folks actually leaving. And I'm saying to myself, oh, what a night. I lit my blunt up on that roof, smoking that blunt till I calmed my ass down enough to return downstairs. And sure enough, when I went back downstairs after finishing that blunt, the club was half capacity to what it was, only getting smaller and smaller. The night was about to end. That was it. When it came to all the chaos and the fucking bullshit and man, it wasn't such a good night. It was a stressful night dealing with a bunch of heads and douches. But we survived it. We made it to the end of the night, 5 o'clock in the morning. Everybody out the club. Everybody leaves the club and giving a pound to everybody, wishing everybody a good night. Another blunt on my way home. Much as I used to see going about in these dark areas of the club, watching these little kids hide their little bullshit once I catch 'em out there, sometimes I stop and think, these folks might just have the right idea. After all, you only live once. Go for broke, I get that. I guess it's something we all chase, knowing it's not gonna last forever. So why not connect with me? Let's be friends. Go to www.solo.to/RGMC2407. My universal handle is at RGMC2407. Got a multimedia YouTube channel, a Facebook group, Instagram, Threads, X, or you can send an email to rgmc2407@gmail.com. And as aforementioned, my entire handle is at RGMC2407. Let me read you a book, y'all, on Ralph Reads, or listen to the uncensored versions of the Art of Bounce podcast when you join the United Ronin Network's YouTube channel and follow the Art of Bounce on ForceFed Digital, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Don't forget to visit the Art of Bounce podcast YouTube channel as well. Tune in to my fellow brethren and friends over at ForceFed Digital today, cause me and my people always have something to say. Tune in next week for another edition where I'll tell tales of expeditions and missions, whether they're good or bad nights. Partners, show yourselves a little bit of love, because all we got is us. Long as we back each other up, we will be alright. Be safe.